Hey everybody, welcome back to another Wednesday night Q&A. Let's see if this thing will get started. There we go. A little bit of a delayed reaction, and we got off to a bit of a false start there. The video started, but my streaming software had not started. So I think that we are back in action now. Let me get everything set up over here. And it looks like we're live. Perfect. So as always, let me know when you're here. Say hey in the chat. Let me know what the weather's like. You know it's my favorite question to ask. And we will get started. Tyler is here. John is here. Brett, hello. Jill is here. Hey, everybody. All right, great. Let's get started. So, yeah, like I said, let me know what the weather's like where you are. I actually checked right before we started. It is freezing in Cleveland, but not snowing at the moment, which is nice. Jordan is here. Oh, Jordan knows me well and says happy Dolly Day. It is my hero Dolly Parton's birthday today. I just posted something over on Twitter. Christopher, I'm doing great. Thanks so much for asking. Happy to be here. Jose says hello from Queens, New York. It's supposed to snow tomorrow. Yep. We have the same forecast over here in Cleveland. 16 degrees in Chicago. And you guys, I always ask and I always forget to check. 31 in Cleveland right now, but it is supposed to drop and start snowing pretty soon. 10 degrees, says Richard. Ugh. G-Money says it's too darn cold. Yeah, agreed. We got snowed in over here over the holiday weekend, so that was a little crazy. They stopped running the buses in Cleveland, which never happens. We actually got an email from our building management saying, please don't even leave. Just stay where you're at. Don't go anywhere. Crazy. NYC says, before the Q&A, I was watching a video from the Antenna Man about ABC O&O's failed OTA users. Yikes. Everyone go check that out. Tyler, the Antenna Man, makes great videos, knows much more about antennas and OTA TV than I do. So definitely check him out. Also, I realized just before we started, this is going to be a little bit distracting. I feel like I look like a floating head tonight. My sweater matches everything in my background, and I've got this black shirt on. I just look like a floating head and randomly my hands. So sorry about that if that's annoying for all of you. It was too late to do anything about it. So here we are. Oh no, tornadoes in Florida. I saw that, Deborah. I'm so sorry. I hope that you are safe and well. And Joe says 32 degrees and dropping. Ugh, cold everywhere except San Francisco, 68. Nice. Classic California. All right, let's get started. If anyone has any cord cutting questions, we can jump right in. And of course, the big news from over the holiday weekend, let me copy this link for you, was the Netflix price hike. So in case you missed it, Netflix announced kind of suddenly, without a whole lot of notice, that all of its plans are going up in price. That went into effect for new customers on Friday. So with this price hike, the standard plan is going up $1.50, so it's now going to be $15.50 a month. The 4K plan is going to be $20, the basic plan will be $10, and those price hikes are for both the US and Canada. So interesting news, and something I didn't really even think about at the time. Netflix is one of the more expensive streaming services now, so pretty crazy. It's always been more of an affordable option, but yeah, now one of the more expensive ones. So let me know what you think about that. Is anyone thinking about canceling their Netflix subscription now that these price hikes are going into effect? Let me know. For existing customers, yeah, good question. So the price hike is going into effect immediately for new subscribers. Existing subscribers will see the increase rolled out, they said gradually, and customers are going to be emailed, sorry, I was reading that straight off the post. Customers will be emailed about the change 30 days before the new price goes into effect. So you will get more of a notice before your price goes up, but it will be within like 30 days. So that is happening. Annette says, I don't have Netflix. Keith says, basic worked fine for me whenever it was $8. Deborah is glad to have gotten rid of Netflix. I'm so surprised to see so many of you don't have it. A little bit shocked. Joe says, drop Netflix at the end of December because you thought they were going to raise prices. That was good instinct. Yeah, really interesting. So, a bit of a spoiler, but Philip and I just filmed another video talking about the results of the Cordy Awards, and Netflix was again the most popular of the subscription streaming services for the year. And I'm checking my notes over here to get the number. 26.4% of you listed Netflix as your favorite streaming service whenever we did that survey at the end of the year. So, curious to see what happens with the numbers now that those prices are going up. All right, Richard says, haven't had Netflix for 2 years and it will be 2 more years before I will. Fair enough. Christopher also canceled. Chris doesn't have it. Bill dumped it when they got rid of MASH. Wow, I'm so surprised to see so many of you don't have Netflix. I feel like that's one that people just keep around because they've always had it. So, really interesting. Okay. And then Jill says, I love Netflix. You know what? I don't know that I love it. I don't know that it's my favorite, but I do keep it. And there's always something on there that I want to watch. I feel like they just have so much good original content, but I don't know. Yeah, I can understand why a lot of you are getting rid of it too. So very interesting. Very interesting. All right. Keith says maybe it was Netflix where I was watching MASH. Yeah, they had it for a long time, didn't they? Bill, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think they had it for a long time. Yeah, Netflix TV, gosh, sorry. YouTube TV will be adding the Weather Channel, and I actually have a post about that. Let me see if I can find that for you real quick. Tamara got a post up about that, and I believe it was yesterday. Yes. Okay, let me grab that for you. And we will stick that link right in the chat too. So YouTube made a deal with Byron Allen's media group, and with that deal, YouTube TV will be getting the Weather Channel and also some additional networks in 2022. So that company owns a bunch of channels, and it looks like they are making a deal to slowly add a bunch of those channels in, but starting with the Weather Channel, so that should be coming soon. No word yet on any price hikes with that, but we will keep an eye on it. I would not be surprised to see the YouTube TV price go up, but nothing has been confirmed. I haven't heard any rumors or anything. But just because the other services are raising their prices and now we're adding more channels, I could see them jumping that price up a little bit soon. So just something to be on the lookout for. We will post as soon as we hear anything, of course. Okay, seeing a lot of differing opinions about Netflix in the chat, and I'm here for it. So I would love to know from you guys, let's say you could only keep 3 streaming services. Which ones would you pick? Would Netflix be in your top 3? I'm seeing a lot of you saying that you prefer HBO Max, so maybe that would be in the top 3 instead. Let me know if you could only have 3 streaming services, which 3 are you going with? Annette says Philo and Tubi are my favorite. Love those free streaming services. Such a good addition to the lineup because you don't have to pay for them. Love that. Let's see here. Yeah, people are guessing that the price is going to go up to even higher. Okay. Okay, here we go. Now we're getting our list of 3. So Roberto says Disney, Netflix, and Amazon Prime. Howard says Peacock, Plex, and HBO Max. Chris is going Netflix, HBO Max, Disney Plus. Christopher is going Amazon Prime, Disney, Hulu. Larry says Hulu, HBO Max, and Starz. Ooh, that's a good one. So many good answers, but we're seeing a lot of Peacock, a lot of HBO Max, a lot of Prime Video, some Disney Plus. We're about 50-50 on Netflix. I don't know if Netflix would be in mine either. Ooh, this is tough. Yeah, lots more HBO Max, some Hulu. Hulu Basic. People are saying you don't want to go with your Hulu with Live. Fair enough. $70 a month is a little steep. Hey to everybody new who just jumped in case you missed it, my big question of the night is if you could only keep 3 streaming services, which 3 do you have? Oh, and Bill wants everyone to know that MeTV has MASH, and Tableau can record that for you if you are watching with an antenna. Okay, we're getting some Netflix backlash in the chat too. Okay, I get it. Feels like people are either very pro Netflix or very against it. Howard says, I still like Netflix, just started watching Lost in Space. I started watching that and never got super into it. Belty Cat says Discovery Plus and that's it. You only need one. Fair enough. Oh no, Jeff says he wants Lowcast. Yeah, if we could bring one back from the dead, I think I would pick Lowcast too. I know a lot of you would say PlayStation View. All right, let's see. Oh, some people are saying that Hulu has MASH also if you're looking for on-demand episodes. Okay, Bill wants to talk about this T-Mobile plan, and that's a really good point too. Let me grab that one. I have that one pulled up for you too, and put this link in the chat for you. So Netflix did raise the price, but if you are a T-Mobile customer, don't worry about it. T-Mobile followed that price hike announcement by saying that they are keeping their Netflix on Us promotion. So they put out a statement saying, rest assured, your Netflix is still on us. The Netflix benefit included in your plan remains on us. So there are a bunch of T-Mobile plans that get a free Netflix subscription. The T-Mobile Magenta plans with 2 or more lines, and Magenta Max get the basic Netflix subscription. And then the Magenta Max plans with more than 2 lines, or Magenta Plus and 1 Plus plans with 2 or more lines. That was a mouthful. You can read it all on that link that I just posted. But everyone with those plans can get a Netflix subscription, and T-Mobile will not be getting rid of that just because of the price hike. So you are still good to go. And Chris says, don't forget to like and subscribe if you enjoy these videos, which thank you for that reminder. I always forget to mention that. So yeah, T-Mobile is not getting rid of the Netflix on Us promotion, which is great for those companies. Let's see here. Oh, and that was the other thing Bill mentioned too. In addition to the Netflix on Us deal, T-Mobile customers can also get a year of Paramount Plus for free and a year of Apple TV for free. And in that post that I linked over in the chat, you can scroll down to the bottom and I linked to both of those promotions. So if you are a T-Mobile customer, just click on those links and it has instructions for you. It gives you all the details, terms and conditions, all of that. All right, John, hello, I'm doing great. Thank you so much for asking. A bit tired, and I feel like I'm going to start saying the wrong things at some point, saying the names of the wrong service or something. So bear with me. It's always, you know, at the end of these long Wednesdays, sometimes I just can't get words out the way that I need to. Okay, let's see here. Alan says 2 new channels on Local Now this week. Yeah, we've seen a lot of these free streaming services adding more channels. So Pluto TV just added some, and Zumo announced today that they had just added a couple too, some new shows. So good stuff, lots of free content coming out. Okay, let's see here. Mike wants to know, when did Netflix say the price is going up and what is it going up to? Let me grab that link for you one more time in case you missed it. They announced this on Friday and the price hike went into effect immediately for new customers. If you are a current Netflix subscriber, they will give you 30 days notice with an email before your price goes up. And you were asking about the prices. So the new monthly cost of the basic plan is $9.99 a month. The standard plan will be $15.49 a month, and the premium plan will be $19.99 a month. So getting a bit pricey, in my professional opinion. NYC says, the thing I like about Apple TV is the premium channel add-ons. Yeah, I agree. I really like the way they have that set up. I think it can be confusing, especially for new subscribers, because they kind of try to integrate those premium subscriptions in with the regular Apple TV Plus content. So that can get a little bit confusing, again, in my opinion. But I like that they have everything for you right there. So you can watch all of your Apple TV Plus shows, and then they give you the option to subscribe to those premium add-ons right within the app. I think it makes it easy to find what you're looking for. So there's that. It's a little like Amazon Prime Video, to be honest. I think I prefer the Apple TV layout a little bit better, but let me know what you think. If you've used both, excuse me, let me know which one you prefer. All right. Keith says price hikes are part of doing business. That is absolutely true. I'm not ever surprised to see a price hike. Sometimes they are a little more than I expect, but with Netflix, everything's going up by a dollar or $1.50, so not super surprising. Eric says if Netflix gets too expensive, a plan with HD, commercials, and multiple screens for a low price should be introduced. So many streaming services for a lower price with commercials. Yeah, I think that Netflix has always purposely kept their service commercial free because it's kind of what it was known for all along, that if you don't want ads, you can go to Netflix. But yeah, I would not be surprised to see something happen there. So I'm with you. I could see them at least testing it out, seeing what people think about that. But who knows? We'll see. I like the idea of doing just a more expensive one, ad-free, a more affordable one with ads. I think that makes sense, but we'll see if they decide to test that out. Tyler says I need to have a talk about PlayStation Vue coming back. I don't think that's in the cards, but who knows? Never say never. But I think a lot of people are with you. That was a big favorite among Cord Cutters news readers. All right, Jordan says, once a week I unplug my Fire Stick for 5 minutes as a break or reboot. Is that a good idea? I don't think it's doing any harm. I don't know if it's necessary. I think just completely turning it off is probably fine. But I don't know. I guess I've never really looked into any of that, but something to think about. Charles says if you see what the price has gone up for Netflix since the beginning, it's actually not a lot. I used to spend more on other things. Yeah, I'm with you, Charles. It's really not that much, and I think what's really important to remember when we see these price hikes happening, and it does happen once a year, there's usually a surge of everybody raising their prices. I think that we need to remember that the cost of cable is also going up. So we've been seeing stories like this. I think Comcast might have been the latest one to announce a price hike. They just are a lot more quiet about it. So we're not seeing a lot of big news organizations talking about the price of cable going up. But it's happening, and it's happening pretty frequently. I would say more than once a year. And when we see it with cable packages, it's the price of your basic cable package, and then we're also seeing broadcast TV fees going up. We're seeing RSN fees going up. So it's lots of little increases, and they really add up so that your price for cable is going up by quite a bit a month every time. But I think that they are able to hide it a little more. They also, for some reason that I will never understand, they're able to promote their packages as being really affordable until you look at all of these extra fees, right? So we talk a lot about these hidden fees, taxes, all these extra things that they tack onto your plan. And once you add those in, it's not as affordable as it looks, especially when you think about those promotional periods where after you have your package for a year, all of a sudden your price jumps up. So something to keep in mind, something I could clearly talk about all day, but yeah, just keep in mind that whenever you see these price hikes for streaming, that the price of cable is also going up, and usually by a lot more. All right, I'll stop ranting now. On to the next thing. JM says that Philip is really the gadget guy. Yeah, completely agree. So a lot of times when companies reach out and ask us about reviewing things or ask us to just take a look at their products or whatever, just to let you guys know about them, Philip is usually the one that receives those. He is the one testing them out and comparing them to other devices and things, and of course doing the videos. So definitely subscribe to the YouTube channel and check out Philip's videos for a better look at all of these devices. There are so many that it's really hard to keep them straight sometimes, and you can tell just by looking at Philip's setup and the shelf behind him, completely overloaded. And it's kind of a running joke with us that whenever a company comes out with a new device, I send them a message and say, make room on the shelf. So yeah, Philip is fantastic at looking at all these gadgets and giving you guys a closer look at them. All right. Oh, good point. Eric says the cable companies pay the local channels in retransmission fees, so you will not have local news about cable price increases. Yeah, it's a really good point. We always try to post about it when we see them, so I'm always scanning the internet and also just getting emails and messages from you guys, which I always appreciate. Whenever you see something about those prices going up, we try to post about it just because other people really aren't. So we like to keep everyone informed. All right, Tyler says a live TV service should be called Nintendo View. Kind of love that idea. I'm a big Nintendo fan, so I'm here for it. John says 3 years since I canceled cable TV, best move I ever made. Love to hear that. I hope you're saving loads of money. Bill says Dish and Tegna are still at war. Dish is now providing an adapter to add antenna channels to Dish for free. Goodness gracious. I have said this before, but I do not envy anyone who's on either side of those negotiations. I can't imagine how stressful that would be. Let's see here. Let me scroll up whenever I was ranting about cable prices. I think I missed a couple of comments, so let's see. Yeah, fair enough. Jared says some of us like commercial free. Completely agree. I don't think anyone's saying that we should always have commercials. I am just with some of you who mentioned that you would like to see a ad-free plan and then maybe a more affordable ad-supported plan. I know. G Money says Jim Gaffigan posted something that said that they should bundle all the streaming services together and call it cable. I saw that too. Love it. You would not believe how many people sent me that. I'm a Jim Gaffigan fan, so I saw it too. Love it. Love him. Yeah, agreed. And I get that. I think the thing is, and this is something that we've been talking about too, the difference is you can pick and choose what you want when you're streaming, right? You don't have to pay for a huge bundle that has 750 channels and you watch, 12 of them. So I think that's the difference. With streaming, you can kind of pick and choose what you want and what you don't want. You don't have to pay for a ton of channels that you will never watch. Looking at you, all of those music channels up in the 500s that we always had with cable and I never tuned into. So yeah, I get the point though, because once you want to watch like one show on each streaming service, so you're subscribing to all of them, it really adds up quickly. We all know that. We're fully aware. But I would say subscribe to something, watch your show, unsubscribe, try the next thing. That's always my advice. The new FuboTV feature, I know that we have a post up about that. Let me see if I can find that for you. Oh, did anyone else see too that the Roku channel is doing a Weird Al movie? I'm obsessed with that. I think that's hilarious and I can't wait. Raymond took this one. Okay, let me copy that for you. All right, in the chat, we have that FuboTV post, and actually Raymond wrote this, and I don't really know, so let me see here. FuboTV integrated its multi-view mode on Apple TV. So if anyone uses FuboTV, personally, I don't have it. So let me know what you think about this fan view feature. Raymond wrote, with the new integration, subscribers can watch up to 2 live sporting events simultaneously while placing different fan view widgets next to each player. That's pretty interesting. And I noticed too that there have been some videos floating around that Fubo has posted. So check out I'm assuming it's on their YouTube channel, but they have videos showing this new feature in action so you can really see what it's like. It sounds a little jumbled when you're reading about it, but I think in action it's pretty cool. All right, Alan says, all the new streaming services that I use, Pluto, Plex, and Roku channel are now over 200 channels. Did anyone else notice that? Yeah, they have so much, and all of the ones that you listed, of course, are free. Love it. And that's the thing too. I don't mind a ton of channels. I just don't want to pay for 500. So if these free streaming services want to keep adding more channels to their service, fine by me. Okay, Jose says, even with all the little services I forget to cancel, I'm not spending as much as when I had Time Warner Cable. with HBO and Showtime on two TVs with DVR back in 2015. Yeah, a really good point too. I will say, whenever you subscribe to something, set a reminder on your phone to cancel the free trial or your limited subscription. Just set a reminder so you don't forget to cancel, so that you won't keep getting charged every month. Do it on your phone so it pings you when it's time. Just do it. It'll take 2 seconds. It'll save you $10 a month. Do it. But yeah, agreed. So even if you're subscribing to a bunch of them, and if you do forget to cancel, yeah, still cheaper than cable for most of us. Christopher says, looking forward to the Disney Plus Santa Claus show coming later this year. Yeah, same here. Very excited about that one. Annette says, love free channels. Yeah, you and me both. Absolutely love free streaming services. All right, let's see here. Oh, someone else mentioned the Santa Claus one too. Yeah, love that. They are developing it. I think they start filming it next month, so it'll probably be the end of the year before we see that. A Sega view. Nice. I love that. I just posted something on Twitter not long ago. Someone asked what your first video game was, and that showed how old you were. That was embarrassing. Someone must have asked about the Super Bowl. I see some of you saying that it's going to be available on Peacock, so I'm assuming that somebody asked about it, so I will just read that comment out loud. Lots of people saying Super Bowl on Peacock. Not sure which plan. Yeah, somebody said now that all the channels are breaking off and making their own standalone apps, it's getting ridiculous. I agree. I think it's just a matter of which one has the content that you're really interested in. For me personally, it's HBO Max. It has the shows that I like. Oh, I've been watching Station 11. Has anyone else been watching that? Really good. Highly recommend. It has a lot of the movies that I like too, so that was an easy one for me. I go back and forth on Paramount Plus, Discovery Plus. Those are some that I will subscribe to for a while and then cancel, try something else. All right, Belty Cat says Vuit, which is another free streaming service, VUIT, for those of you listening later. Some mixed feelings about this new Santa Claus. Yeah, some of you are saying you're going to stick to the original movie. I don't know. I'll give the show a try. Who knows? Who knows? Whoops. Scroll down a little too far. Okay. Eric says you have to rotate streaming services to get a variety of content and to save money. I completely agree. That's one of the big benefits, I would say, to streaming, is that you can cancel or pause a subscription even, pick it up later, try something else, go back and forth. You're not locked down the way that you would be with cable. I'm not sure if I've even checked to see with Peacock how to watch the Super Bowl. I'm not sure if you have to have the premium subscription. Sorry, I could not think of that word for a minute. Let me scroll around and see if I can find that real quick. It doesn't say. I'm thinking it might be the premium one, but I'm not 100% sure. I'm seeing the word premium, but I don't think anyone's saying for sure. They may not have even announced it yet, but someone correct me if I'm wrong in the comments. Thank you, Howard. Happy to be here. Happy to answer some questions. I appreciate that. Jose said Station 11 ended up being so beautiful and poetic. Yep, I really liked it a lot too. If you haven't read the book is really good too. Bill says Cozy TV is working on an emergency special that the year is, oh, it's the 50-year mark. Interesting. John is recommending the Turner and Hooch series. I have not tried that one yet, and I heard mixed reviews about it, but if you recommend it, I'll give it a try. You guys always have the best suggestions. Let's see. Yeah, lots of people saying they aren't sure, but they think you'll need Peacock Premium. I don't know that I've seen confirmation either way, but I will look out for that. If we did see, I'm sure Raymond has already posted about it and I just missed it. I'll have to ask him tomorrow. All right. Oh, CJ's here. Hello. Some of our regulars back in the chat tonight. Brett says, most of the shows I watch come the next day on Hulu, so no need for live TV. Yeah, and I think a lot of people feel the same way. I actually canceled my Hulu with live subscription and then had to immediately get it back because there was still a Browns game on and I forgot it was on. And that was my only way to watch it because I don't get that channel with my antenna. I was not happy. So I have Hulu with live for another couple weeks, but then I think I'll drop down. So I'm right there with you. I watch everything the day after. So I think a lot of people feel the same way. People just kind of watch on demand the following day. Hulu makes it very easy to do that. So I think that a lot of us are in the same boat on that one. Jose says, if you don't spend too much time on social media where they spoil shows, canceling and rotating streaming services mean you have stuff to binge when you resubscribe. Yep, and I will say I am a binge watcher. I prefer just kind of making my way through a single show and then moving on to another. So, yeah, I'm with you. Sometimes, sorry, things do get spoiled, especially with my job. I'm talking to the folks over at TV Guide all the time, and they're always talking about what's happening on current TV shows. But I don't know. I don't really mind it. I still watch anyway. Just says don't keep shows forever. Yeah, that's a really good point. And YouTube TV is, of course, one of the best for that. They have a great unlimited DVR. On the day of the Super Bowl because folks go bonkers. I completely agree. Even during normal football games, people go crazy. So I'm with you. Someone said that we're buffering. It's not doing that. Oh, shoot. It's not doing that on mine. I'm not sure why. I will just keep going for a minute. Oh, there we go. Now we're buffering. Okay. I'm just going to keep talking for a minute and we'll see if it gets any better. If not, we will end this and come back to it later. All right, let's see. Are we going to come back? I broke the internet. Yep. Oh, dang. I don't know why it's doing that. I can't see anything on my end to fix it either. Darn it. Okay, it's not getting better, so I think that we will just end it here for the night. Darn it. Sorry about that, guys. Let's see. We're getting an error message. Viewers will experience buffering. Okay, super helpful, YouTube. Thank you. All right. I think we're just going to end this here because I don't think it's coming back. So, all right. I will tell you all that in the chat because now I'm pretty sure you can't see me. Okay, we're going to go ahead and end this here. If you can still hear me, thank you for being here. And we will try this again next week.